Montreal Canadiens here at PNC Arena on Valley Sports South, getting the nod for Rod Brind'Amour tonight for the Carolina Hurricanes. Antti Raanta, 4-2-1 on the season, at 2.37 goals against average. He'll be going up against Sam Montembeault, who is 1-4-2 this year for Montreal with a 3.83 goals against average. The Canes welcome back Andrei Svechnikov, who missed the last two games with the COVID protocol, his first game since December 12th in Vancouver. And here we go. Play is underway, and welcome back to it. The Carolina Hurricanes get a roar of approval from their fans who've missed this team over the holiday break. Alongside Trip Tracy, Shane Willis, Abby Labar, and our fantastic Valley Sports crew. Appreciate you taking the time to join us here as this puck gets fired out of play, and a face-off will be coming up in the Canes zone. And we get a look at the Canes and the faces back in the lineup, Trip.
It seems like eons ago, doesn't it? The win over Los Angeles, and Jesper Fast, with a huge first period, was the game's #1 star. And excellent to see him back on the right side with Stepan Lorentz. Gosh, that seems like a long time ago. Getting in front of that game against LA, and Jesper was the centerpiece to it.
For this Montreal Canadiens team, they come in tonight. They are beaten up, both injury-wise and players on the COVID protocol list. As he face off to the left of Antti Raanta, we'll have to do it again. False start there. Tonight's officials are Dan O'Rourke and Reed Anderson. In fact, Jonathan Drouin is a late scratch for the Montreal Canadiens tonight. Coming into the lineup is a whole bunch of new faces. But this is a team that played the Tampa Bay Lightning tough as a shot from the blue line finds its way to Raanta, and he'll make a pad save.
And Drouin took the warm-up, the net front that we expected from Gallagher. We spoke about it in the pregame show.
Puck will find its way into the Montreal zone. Carolina looks to keep in. Collection of sticks along the boards. Will be sent back into the Montreal zone. Carolina, they will make a change. As we are 1 minute into this contest. The captain, Jordan Staal, back on the ice. Skating away with it is Montreal. Coming into the zone. A shot hits the bar. Ripped by Jake Evans as that hits the metal behind Antti Raanta. Carolina just gets the puck back into the Montreal zone. They'll tag up and right back in. Kotkaniemi playing the wing. He scored against his team back on October 12th.
Evans took advantage of a loose gap from Carolina's defense, and that was a heck of a shot that caught the post.
Now Kotkaniemi's shot is deflected, and that goes over the glass and will stop things with 18:26 left here in the first period.
Nice puck luck. You can see you don't have the forwards with back pressure, so D'Angelo has to back off. Evans uses D'Angelo as a screen. Raanta, who had made a good toe save with the Gallagher net front earlier. When you hear that sound, and you see it doesn't go off the post and in, it's a nice sound to hear, but that was a nice rush, taking advantage, creating that shot from Evans.
Got a quick look at Antti Raanta there, who's 5-1-0 in his career against Montreal. Face-off, won by Carolina. Shea winds it behind the net, waiting for its Pesci. Tries to get it to Niederreiter, that's intercepted. Montreal will clear. Again, you look at some of the puck luck you get early in a game. What do you do with it? How do you take advantage of it? Canes have been able to do that this season and look to do more as they come in 21-7-1. Sebastian Aho frees the puck across to Teravainen. Teravainen to Aho, trying to get it back to the point, but that goes through Brett Pesci. And hustling back to scoop it away is Sebastian Aho, taking it away from Cole Caulfield.
He turned the puck over in proximity to the offensive blue line, but who's the guy that gets back to make up for it with the back check? Aho. Nice play.
Now the Canes have time to wait, make a play. As Brady Shea start moving forward as the Canes inch their way into the Montreal zone. The puck is knocked down along the side, and it's in the equipment, it's disappeared somewhere on Steven Lorentz. Let's get a look at the injuries and scratches tonight, Trip.
Well, for Rod Brind'Amour, what a sight for sore eyes in all the right ways. Brendan Smith is nearing getting out of COVID protocol. Jordan Martinook and Jalen Chatfield have begun to skate. And Freddie Anderson, super news. He took the warm-up tonight. And you just cannot applaud the guts appropriately of the two wins. before the games were postponed before Christmas over Detroit and Los Angeles.
Cedric Paquette square off against Stephen Lawrence. Paquette, the former Cane last year, on his way up to Montreal. Just has an assist on the season as the Hurricanes, of course, had a lot of shuffling of the deck with the roster. It's paid off, especially here at home. 9-3 this season at PNC Arena. The puck behind the Montreal net. Lawrence gets a stick blade to it, but it'll be taken away and cleared forward by Sami Niku. Let's get it as far as the Cane zone. Now Ethan Bear will pick it up for Carolina. Settle down. Andrei Svechnikov tries to wire it in, but didn't get it through, so Carolina will be offside, stopping play. 16:40 left here in the first period.
Well, for the former Vermont Catamount collegiately as a player, Dominic Ducharme, a magical run to the Stanley Cup final before losing to the Stanley Cup champs, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, they have been hit hard at all positions. No Carey Price for the whole year. We talk about former Hurricane Joel Edmondson, Petrie on defense, the most natural goal scorer, Tyler Toffoli in COVID protocol. I mean, and I'm just scratching the surface. It's been a tough year up in Montreal.
Christian Dvorak, no Josh Anderson, no Joel Armia. But again, as Rod Brindamore says, this is the NHL. He's going to feel sorry for you. Now a chance out in front as Jarvis couldn't collect the loose puck in front of Montembeault. That's Montreal's Caulfield. The wire one into the corner. Ryan Poland goes after it. He'll send it around. David Savard won the Stanley Cup last year with the Tampa Bay Lightning after a acquisition at the trade deadline from Columbus. He'll side with Montreal. Now he'll send it across, and Caulfield couldn't hang on to the puck. Tries the chance away from D'Angelo. He'll throw it for Poland. He's swiped away. Kotkaniemi tries to clear, kept in by Savard, but it's going to be ruled a hand pass. So that'll stop some play here. 15:53 left in the first. Still no score.
I spoke to Sebastian last night because I thought his practices were quite good. I said, how did you feel? And he said, I felt good, but you just never know until you play in a game. You know, because players are so reliant upon their routine. This is totally out of routine. So the longer you go in this game, even or better, the Hurricanes should get better.
Canes still searching for their first shot on goal here. As we played 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Yet to find one that's on the target, but Svechnikov will knock it to himself. He'll go behind the Montreal net. Trocheck tries to send it out in front for Natchez. He's kept in by Pesce. Pesce along the boards. He gets help from Natchez. Now Svechnikov. Natchez. Good to see him back in the lineup as he took a heavy hit from Jersey in that Kings game. Suffered a concussion. If you're looking for a positive for the Kings not playing, it's that Marty Natchez is back on the ice along with some of the players that were in that COVID protocol. That's as far as I'll go with any silver lining on that. Carolina sees the puck sent back into their zone, and Brady Shea. Get a look at the Minnesota. Got some time to clear it. And up comes Carolina. Working the puck to the neutral zone, but no further. Ian Cole missed the previous 2 games with the being put on the COVID protocol. This puck is sent through the blue paint. Nobody home for Montreal, and Carolina works his way. His pass is deflected. The Habs will clear. Montreal picks it right back up. Sent to the Kings blue line. Nice play by Ethan Bear trying to find Aho. It's just too far for the Canes center.
Now the Canadiens, I thought they played a sharp game in Tampa. They looked sharp early. Let's take a look here at the play that I mentioned with Sebastian Aho. He's going to turn the puck over, but he's the one that is his own bailiff. Gets back, who gets on the defensive side of the puck? Sebastian Aho. And that telestrator is in tribute to the master of all telestrators, John Madden. Rest in peace. He was the greatest analyst of all time.
Get no argument from me. Canes keeping the puck into the Montreal zone. Work back for D'Angelo across for Slavin. Slavin's shot, that's on, and Montembeault will deflect that one out of play as the Canes get their first shot on goal with 14:03 left here in the first.
I mentioned Montembeault was very good against Tampa a couple of nights ago, and former Lightning Stanley Cup champion David Savard, it looked like was going to give him a victory. And Montembeault would have been one of the 3 stars. And Montreal Canadiens in the Stanley Cup run, Corey Perry tied the game with 20 seconds left, and then Tampa won in overtime.
Montembeault, the former Panther, the Canes have seen him before, as he draws one by Carolina. Stepan sends it across for D'Angelo. He works his way down low. He'll put a shot from his sharp angle that Montembeault will pat away. Montreal clears. Carolina will gather the loose puck. Wrap it back into the Kane zone, and opportunity for D'Angelo. Right back across for Slavin. Kane's trying to connect the dots. Slavin's pass a little too far. Icing against Carolina. And today's featured item of the game is the Youth Hurricanes primary goaltender top. Secure yours at CarolinaProShop.com. It's a good-looking goaltender top there, Trevor.
Yeah, very sharp. Let's hope this face-off is just as good looking for Steve Lawrence.
Face-off to the left of Antti Raanta. Lawrence loses the draw, goes back to Niku. Niku's shot, though, is blocked away by Stepan. Canes come up with a loose puck in their zone. Flip this just out. Montreal has to tag up as Gallagher sends it right back in. The Canadiens do, but that allows plenty of time for the Canes to try to exit the zone. Slavin's pass a little too hot for D'Angelo. Stepan backtracks. He'll get to it. He'll clear this. This will check up on the green for Stepan, and now the Canes creating a turnover in the Montreal zone. Shot by Shea, deflected out in front, just wide. As Seth Jarvis almost deposited that turnover behind Montembeault. Montreal back the other way. Lose the puck to Brady Shea. Jarvis takes a shovel on the boards. Try to make a play from Clay. Gets a little bit deeper into the Kane zone. Jarvis and Clay meet again, but the puck leaves Carolina's end.
Yeah, the Carolina chance was all started by a good stick from the captain back in the lineup, Jordan Staal in the Montreal zone.
One of the things that Jordan Staal does, no icing on the play as Montreal sits to the other side of center ice, but Raanta went out to play the puck. That'll keep the clock moving here in the first period. Neither team has been able to find the back of the net. In fact, just 3 shots total. We're almost 8 minutes into this one. H's with a shot. His will be deflected on a play off of the Canadiens. And we'll be going to break. Still looking for the first goal in this one, and the Canes back in action.
His 2 players a part of a big chance for the Hurricanes before the break. 2 of several players that are back in the lineup here tonight after a number of players were put on COVID protocol. The captain describing in our Geico quote of the day what it was like during that quarantine experience. He said, "I wasn't expecting to get stuck in my attic for 9 or 10 days, but there I was staring at the same 4 walls and about to lose my mind." I know we would all probably do that. And guys, the good news is the NHL adopting new rules this week. For fully vaccinated players, the quarantine time goes from 10 to 5 days if players meet the requirements.
That is one of the good things that we've heard recently.
And Jordan Staal, I know that his symptoms this time, second time he's had COVID, were not as significant, which was encouraging.
Now the Canes win the face-off. That was encouraging, but nothing comes of the opportunity. Savard skates away with it for Montreal. They go back to Hurricanes Live, though. Jordan Staal talking about being in his attic, and think of what our good friend Shane Willis said, like Clark Griswold, Christmas Vacation. I think a little bit different attic, though, between Jordan Staal and Clark Griswold, just to be safe on that one, though you never know.
Well, Chevy Chase is tuned in tonight. He's a huge fan.
Absolutely. And now Montreal throws one from the blue line. Raanta with the save. Second opportunity. Doesn't get through. Brett Kulak was looking for the goal, and Raanta with a big save through traffic.
And he lost his stick after he was able to fight through traffic. Second traffic save for Raanta, and with the clear, he was able to retrieve that stick.
Kulak looking for his second of the year. Montreal pinned in their zone for a moment by Aho. Good play by Cole. Be thrown forward. Niederreiter putting a little bit of a body there, and Jake Evans throw the puck forward, and Jesse Alonen will get to the puck, and now behind the play, a penalty coming up to Montreal hooking, as the puck was touched up there by Alex Belzile, and Carolina will be getting their first power play of the night.
Montreal number 60, minor penalty hooking.
Reed Anderson with the announcement, and this could be silver platter time when Belzile takes an offensive zone penalty. Comes underneath the stick, but up on the hands of Ethan Bear. Let's take a look at the fine save through traffic. Kulak gets to the middle, and Raanta fights through with an excellent square butterfly. And he was very composed through traffic. You can see he lost his stick.
Baddock provided that. Now it's a Powerball power play for the Carolina Hurricanes. They win the draw. D'Angelo jumps on it. His shot swatted at by Montembeault. The Canes are humming in the first 10 seconds of this power play opportunity. Right back up top for D'Angelo. He'll lose it trying to get it to Aho. As the Canes have the 10th ranked power play in the National Hockey League. 20 for 89 this year. Now sent across. The guy's Teravainen rips one right on. And that'll be Montembeault to get a glove to it. Can't hang on. Now it's Necas' shot. That's blocked by Savard. Right back to Necas. Up top, D'Angelo. To Necas. Necas. He'll go down low. Trocheck tries to have a stuff chance out in front, but he's stuffed by Savard before he can get the shot away. Now another shove. Montreal will get to the puck, and that'll be cleared by Romanov.
Three really good plays from the veteran David Savard. 2 blocks and then a heck of a stick before the clear.
Carolina sends Kotkaniemi out. Second power play unit. We'll get there. Niederreiter leaves it along the boards. Kotkaniemi gets it to D'Angelo. Still along the boards, and now finally Montreal gets the chance and they'll clear.
Savard is going crazy on the bench. And one of the officials, he slammed the door. He's getting a lot of rope. He's really not happy when he left after that good shift.
Now Jacob Slavin to Niederreiter, leaves it back at the point. Kept in by the Canes. Svechnikov with it. He'll fire it across. Finds its way up top. Slavin shot. Deflected up front. They score! On the power play. Nino Niederreiter. He's still red hot for the holidays. And the Canes take a 1-0 lead.
Well, he scored a goal on the power play in the first period recently against Detroit. He's had a heck of a month. You know, your net front guy is 2 things. He's a goal line outlet, but then when necessary, in this case, Slavin in the middle, you get to the net. Looks to me like he avoids contact with the goaltender, turns, locates the puck, and scores. As Montembeault has committed to the glove side. I would not anticipate a challenge here. You see Gallagher and Dominic Ducharme, a very controversial goalie interference. No goal the other night in Tampa, but I thought Niederreiter did a heck of a job of avoiding contact. He does not bump the goaltender. He's positioned outside the crease. There was a subtle bump between the mask. Let's call it the keister Niederreiter, but I think he did everything right. But what's important here, Mike, is did you see how he went from being a goal line outlet to getting back to being the net front guy? And Niederreiter, what a month he's had. The power play clicks again.
His 9th goal of the season, 3rd power play goal. And the Canes get another hot start. As Niederreiter from Slavin on the power play gets Carolina going. Also give the assist to Seth Jarvis. As Jarvis had missed 2 games on the COVID protocol list. So Carolina getting a couple of players back tonight, paying dividends early as Jarvis has the puck there, leaves it for Bear. Across for Cole. Cole's shot off of Stahl, goes up high under the chest protector of Montembeault. Still along the boards, kept in by Jarvis. Smart play by the rookie. You get it to Cole, he'll wind it around the boards where Bear pinches in from his defensive position. Bear trying to get the puck to Stahl. He does. Kulak, though, saws off the Canes captain along the boards. Now the Canes will come up with a steal as Jarvis doing excellent work on Clay. There's some congestion along the boards, and the puck will be spit free, and Kulak just plays this one all the way down the ice. And good work by Montreal to hustle to wave off icing, but Raanta plays it right up for Svechnikov, who's got a lane. Svechnikov in the Montreal zone, across for Necas, who tries to hammer one, but fell off of his skates. That's reminiscent of a home run hitter coming out of his shoes there. Carolina keeps it in. Svechnikov's shot, that goes wide off of a deflection. Now back the other way. It's Vadema. He'll backhand one that will be sawed off and hung on to by Antti Raanta. 7:35 to go here in the first period. Nino Niederreiter's 9th of the season has Carolina up 1-0 here on Valley Sports South. Those players on the COVID list trip, their depth was tested, and Jack Drury had all of the answers for the test.
I don't know that you could make a stronger statement in his 2 games, his first NHL goal and a win over Detroit, and then beating a fellow American, Jonathan Quick, with a laser. He's been reassigned to Chicago, the red-hot Chicago Wolves, the organizational depth, the bright future, etc., etc. By the way, that first NHL tally, you know who made the play? Jesperi Kotkaniemi. During a line change, it was Kotkaniemi who knew the line change was occurring, that Drury was hitting the ice. Late period goal, big goals late in the period. Boy, I'll never forget that one.
And Derek Stepan setting him up against LA. Stepan said he was just throwing the puck in the zone as a penalty is coming up now in the corner as the official's arm is going up, and we'll wait for this to be sorted out. Might have 2 calls.
You hold to Brady Shea if it is just 1.
Carolina number 76, minor penalty holding.
Here's the call.
Yeah, he and Gallagher were tied up. Shea will be guilty of the hold. Really see his arm definitively. There it is. And Gallagher does keep his feet moving. It's a battle. Referee was just below the goal line on the far side of the net. Penalty kill's been quite a story, hasn't it?
Has been. Carolina Hurricanes, 2nd-ranked penalty killing unit in the National Hockey League. Killed off 94 of 106 attempts. While Montreal's power play has been anemic this year, 32nd in the league. They win the draw, though, and a shot is put wide of Antti Raanta. The Canes will send this the length of the ice. Giving chase after it is Vincent Trocheck. He takes a peek, sees if he has anyone with him, and instead he'll just rag the puck all the way back down. The Canes taking precious seconds off of this opportunity for Montreal. Slavin bounces one in on Montembeault to play that. Montreal just 11 power play goals this year on 92 chances. Now the Canes penalty killers in December, 23 for 25. Not a math major, but that's very good. Montreal has the puck in the Hurricane zone. Gets a bunch of skates and pops free. And a possible 2-on-1. Aho with Teravainen. Aho, Teravainen, he scores! Short-handed. His 2nd short-handed goal of the year. Teravainen puts Carolina up 2-0.
Well, the Stormtroopers love it, and why wouldn't they? The locomotive, the electrifying nature of superstar Sebastian Aho continues. Loses the puck for a split second. He doesn't get rattled. Resettles it. And a no-look pass to Teravainen on his offside, which was the difference, because Tavo can just power it with elevation. Those two, what was it? 3 years ago? 3 years ago, in Hartford Whaler Clad, were put together killing penalties right before Christmas against the Boston Bruins for the first time. Magical chemistry.
You talked about it earlier this year, Tripp, that it always felt like the Canes were getting opportunities shorthanded, trying to bury them. Well, now that combination, as you just said, that's holiday magic. And New Year's fireworks as well. They combine for that shorthanded opportunity. Still 40 seconds left in the penalty to Brady Shea. Carolina has to kill that off Montreal. Evans gets into the Canes zone. He'll lose the puck. Be slapped back into the Montreal zone.
I'm checking my brain. I think it was 4 years ago during December. That was before the first run to the playoffs. The Hurricanes have been in 3 consecutive years. So 4 years, almost to the day that they were put together. What a beautiful goal.
No one's going to blame you that the last 2 years have felt like 7. So
not with the way this team has played.
That's also true. 5 seconds left in the penalty to Shea. Montreal sends it behind the Canes net. Raanta gets to it. He goes high off the glass. Carolina gets it out of the zone. Out of the box comes Shea. And the Canes penalty killers shorthanded with a goal. And now they've got another penalty kill notched under their belts. D'Angelo, though, has to retreat back to his own end for a bouncing puck. Gets it up to Slavin. Carolina With 5 minutes to go here in the first period. A 2-0 lead over Montreal. Trying to work a forecheck. Teravainen almost comes up with a steal. Keep Montreal still in their zone. Aho has a bump for Romanov. Still in the corner. Aho's there. Niederreiter with an assist. Savard gives Niederreiter a bit of a shove. The puck comes to the boards. Jumping in is D'Angelo to push it back down low. Niederreiter back to D'Angelo. Across to Teravainen. His shot as he tried to wrist one off of a body. Misses everything. Kept in from the point. That rolls in, and Montembeault will hang on. 4:29 left in the first, and a 2-0 Carolina Hurricanes lead. Teuvo Teravainen. He has been the man for the month of December. His second shorthanded goal of the season. His 8th goal of the year has Carolina up 2-0. The last game of 2021, Sebastian Aho, by the way, has been on fire. He leads the team in goals, assists, power play goals, shots on goal per game, plus-minus rating tied for the NHL lead with 9 multi-point games. There is nothing that Sebastian Aho cannot do this year for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about next level, I mean, the only next level is can he take his consistent star-like performance several months from now into dominating late rounds of the playoffs. Let's take one more look at just the pure speed of this goal. Look at how low Teravainen, the eventual goal scorer, comes down. That helps you generate this type of speed. And he doesn't at all get rattled by the fact that he lost the puck. He knows that Teuvo's on his offside. Special teams have completely turned this period in Carolina's favor. A power play goal and then a shorthanded goal.
Saw both of those players reaching up to 19, 20 miles an hour skating just to appreciate how fast this game can be played. Now these plays are being made as we get a whistle behind the play. Looks like Carolina jumped in a little bit offside, stopping things with 4:05 left here in the first. And a 2-goal lead for the Hurricanes.
As an analyst, I've been so fortunate to think about the durability of Sebastian Aho. It was going to take, these unprecedented times, a positive COVID diagnosis to remove him from the lineup. And I said to myself, this makes me think about how fortunate I am that, he has played virtually every night, which I think is something to be very proud of. And he plays with fire every night, too.
He had one of the longest active consecutive game streaks in the NHL until he was sidelined with that COVID diagnosis in Vancouver. The Canes got him here, and everybody was home for the holidays, even though there was not a lot of hockey for it. Now a penalty coming up. Vincent Trocheck is going to be whistled for that. So Montreal has some time to go to work. 3.5 to go in the first period. Canadiens sending it to the Hurricane zone. Puck will be picked up there by Jake Evans. Thrown to the point. Diving touch by Trocheck, which will stop play and will send him to the box, and he's a little bit befuddled by that call.
Yeah, I do think the fact that he dove to get possession.
Carolina, minor penalty, 16, holding.
Dan O'Rourke with the call. Vincent knew that the delayed penalty was coming. He dove to get possession. Not a ton, if quite candidly anything there. An offensive zone penalty earlier to Belzile. You wonder if that factors in. There really isn't much more Trocheck can do to hound the puck legally there.
Montreal's 0 for 1 tonight on the power play. They go to work for the second time. Habs had no shots on goal as that one's rocketed over the top of Ronta out of the zone. The Canes did have a shot on goal, and it was a shorthanded goal for Teuvo Teravainen. That's where we stand at 2-0 right now. 20 seconds gone by and the penalty to Trocheck. Late here in the first period. Caulfield tries to get it to Gallagher. Puck finds its way out to the point. Kept in and sent behind the net, but Carolina will get it to Slavin. Jacob Slavin, aerial pass. He stretched that deep for Derek Stepan. Good look there as they almost connected. On about a 90-foot pass. Carolina keeping the pressure on Montreal. Good work in the neutral zone done by Aho. Puck sprinkles into the Canes end. Canes try to clear it out. Kept in. Shot from a sharp angle is put on by Poling. Ronta got a piece that might have also nicked the post. Montreal still keeping it in. Niku shows. That's deflected out front. Ronta with the save. Still loose out in front. And Montreal, one pass too many. Niku, he has it along the boards. Sent around. Kept in just for a second as Ilonen will lose it. Carolina will clear. 35 seconds left in the penalty to Trocheck. Niku tries to make a move, but forgot the puck. Squirt out of the Hurricanes end. Less than 30 seconds left in the penalty to Trocheck.
Good play defensively from Teuvo Teravainen, getting it done in all facets. Short-handed, some quality stops through traffic from Ranta.
Cole tries to clear. Niku was waiting for it, gives it right back to Cole, and Cole, deft touch, just plays it off the boards back into the Montreal zone. 90 seconds left here in the first period. 5 seconds left in the penalty to Trocheck. Evans sends it to the slot, and that shot's hammered over the top of the Kings net. Still loose, they'll shovel at it. Ranta gets a piece of it as he denies Cedric Paquette, the former Kane.
What a save. Mike, what an absolutely explosive save, and late in the period. Amplify it.
And the Canes 2 for 2 on the penalty kill here tonight. Now Savard is taken off of his skates, and Vincent Trocheck will be going back to the box. As the Canes killed that off and right at the blue line, and Montreal just fires this back into the Canes zone and lets Carolina touch it up.
Now before Trocheck's penalty, one that he deserved this time. This thing's 2-0 because of Antti Ranta. Oh my gosh, what a save on Paquette. And because of that save, Savard getting to the middle, that's how he draws the penalty. Look at the way that he launches, gets to the top of his crease. Then he made the pad save after. That was the really good one. Coming up right there on the blocker side.
Twice on Paquette, and of course Jacob Slavin doing what he does, finding a way to get in the lane and alter shots. Now the third power play attempt for Montreal this period. Under a minute remaining here, 40 seconds left in the first. Montreal works the puck around, shot is hammered by Suzuki, and Ranta kicks that into the corner. Thrown around the boards for Caulfield. Worked back up top, finding its way to Suzuki. Suzuki rockets one, that goes over the net of Ranta. Kept in. Worked by Gallagher. Puck across to Suzuki. It's down low, but can't connect with Harvey Pinard, who had his first NHL goal in his first game Tuesday. Now Caulfield's shot, that hits a body out front. Ranta, Sproles makes a save, then he puts the glove on top of it and freezes things there with 4 seconds left in the period on another great chance for Montreal in the power play, but Ranta stands tall.
I don't know if he's a traffic cop in his downtime, but Ranta has just dealt with it brilliantly in this period. He's drifted back when he needs separation, and then he's gotten well on top of the paint when he's been unable to do so. That's been a big development, Mike, for Ranta, that he is progressively at the right times played more aggressive in getting to the top of the paint.
4 seconds left here in the first period. Face off to the right of Ranta. It's won by Carolina. Slavin will hang on to it. And that's where the first period comes to a close with the Carolina Hurricanes taking a 2-0 lead into the intermission. Coming up, it is the PNC Bank first intermission report. Teuvo Teravainen. We'll talk it over with Abby LeBar. The bench warmers return after 12 days off. We'll see what Tripp and Shane have for us in your first period highlights. For Carolina, they got it going early with a big power play goal from Nino Niederreiter, and the special teams continue as Teuvo Teravainen goes shorty for a 2-0 lead after 20 for the Carolina Hurricanes. Coming up in 2 days, Nino Niederreiter and Teuvo Teravainen, both special teams goals on the power play for Niederreiter, shorthanded for Teravainen. For both of them, coming at just the right time. 8th goal for Teravainen this year, 9th for Nino Niederreiter. And of course, you're Carolina, you're still at work when you kill off a minute 7 of Vincent Trocheck's tripping penalty right before the end of the first period. Canes have already killed off 2 previous Montreal power play attempts. This shot ripped in from just outside the blue line on Ranta. He'll be able to handle that. Canes can't clear them. Kept in at the point. Sent behind Ranta's net. Bandied back and forth by Montreal. Gallagher will finally pick it up. Try to get it into the slot for Harvey Pinard, but the Canes come up with a turnover and send it all the way down into the Montreal end where Montembeault will leave it right there. And he does for Cal Clague. Clague plenty of open ice. Drop back pass, and Montreal back the other way. Losing it at the blue line to Aho, trying to set up Teravainen. He's already got one shorthanded goal tonight. Can he find another one? We'll just leave it for Aho. 4 seconds left in the penalty to Trocheck. And now the Canes have killed that off. 3 for 3 tonight on the penalty kill for Carolina.
Love what Teravainen said in the interview. That you just want to take care of your own end first. Never cheat offensively. We're going to see another penalty.
This one going against Montreal.
And the second Montreal offensive zone penalty.
Montreal, minor penalty, 56, interference.
And it's Elonen. I'm getting so old. I played with his dad in the American League. You can see that he's battling with Pesce, and then I don't know. Elonen could make a good argument there, but there's some consistency, with regards to Brady Shea's hold in the first period. See if the power play can keep rolling.
Powerball power play for Carolina. Back to work, 1 for 1 tonight with 2 shots. Throwing it out into the slot, trying to find Aho. His shot deflects over the top of the Montreal net. Back up top, D'Angelo. That shot is pounded on by Natchez. Montembeault with an arm save. Kicks it to the corner, Savard. He tries to clear, and he'll get some help. Then sent the length of the ice by Paquette. Carolina retreats to pick it up.
An obvious adjustment that Natchez is now on this unit. On his offside, Teravainen switches to the spot where Svechnikov would be on the natural side. Svechnikov on the other unit.
Natchez gets it in across for Teravainen. Back up top. D'Angelo, Trocheck, Natchez, Aho back to Natchez. D'Angelo's pass. Teravainen plays it off the boards. Down low, Trocheck. Back to Teravainen to Trocheck. Trocheck. Back to Teravainen. Now D'Angelo. Teravainen. Teravainen walks the dot, sends it across. Canes couldn't connect. Kept in though by Natchez. Natchez back up top for D'Angelo. 50 seconds left in the Canes power play. Natchez, he risks one. Montembeault with a save. Rebound. Comes out to D'Angelo. Sent back across. Second opportunity for Aho. That's going to hit a skate. And Montreal will clear, and the Canes will change up their power play unit with 34 seconds left in the man advantage.
Brind'Amour talked about being willing to shoot pucks and about the power play in the pregame show, and I think for the most part, both groups have been willing to do so.
Jarvis loses the handle, and Montreal flips this back in on Ronta. Ronta has to play that and hurry away from Evans. Niederreiter can't handle the pass as he was checked up by Schumann. Just 10 seconds left in the Canes power play. Still some time to go to work. We lost by Carolina. Paquette will have it. They'll knock it out to the neutral zone. And out of the penalty box comes Jesse Elonen. Jarvis almost lost it in front of Ronta. The Canes give the puck to safety. 16:30 to go here in the second period. 2-0 Hurricanes lead. Now stretch pass finds Niederreiter. Niederreiter into the Montreal zone. Pulls up, throws it into the slot. Still loose. Trying to get it stick to it. Comes back to Niederreiter. He can't handle it. The puck goes to the boards. Niederreiter chases after. Kulak took Niederreiter off the puck. Svechnikov delivers a thunderous hit, and Shea keeps it in. Now back to Niederreiter. Snaps one right on. Montembeault makes the save. Svechnikov to the rebound in the corner. Trying to get it to Niederreiter. Just too far for his reach. Niederreiter calls for a change.
Power forward hockey from Nino Niederreiter. Initially on the rush and then finding a soft area for a follow-up chance.
Brady Shea, we see him pulling away for Carolina. Oh, it's wristed in by Pesce. That'll be slapped back to the Kane zone, and giving chase and winning the race is Jesper Fast icing against the Habs.
You look at the month that the two goal scorers have had, Teravainen and Niederreiter. He's on his offside, used that big frame to get to the net, then you had convergence from Jarvis, from Svechnikov. Then later on, he finds that soft area I mentioned, and Montembeault makes a good save, moving from right to left and getting square.
Niederreiter, 5 goals, 6 assists. In the last 11 coming into this one. Getting another goal tonight. Lawrence using his big frame behind the Montreal net. Stuff chance out in front. Montembeault shuts the door. Coming up, the Phoenix Suns will be visiting the Charlotte Hornets as Devin Booker and the Suns take on LaMelo Ball and the Hornets. It's Sunday starting at 6:30 Eastern with Hornets Live. And it's over on Bally Sports Southeast and the Bally Sports app.
I'll have to tune into that one because the Hurricanes will be returning home after an afternoon game on New Year's Day, not moving on to Toronto. The game Tuesday postponed.
And up in Canada, they're restricting the attendance as the Canes win the draw. Bear's shot is deflected back into the Hurricanes' end, and Ian Cole has to retreat and get it. He does. His backhand pass misses everyone. Niederreiter, good work, forcing Savard to play it around the boards. It'll be a while before we see a game played in Canada. Now the puck from Niederreiter trying to center it, deflected out of the Montreal zone. Stepping into the Hurricanes end, looking for an opportunity, but sealed off by the Canes defense. And Aho has room. Let's try to spin away. Can is bothered by Schoenemann. Montreal scurries into the Hurricane zone. Evans, he'll play it back for Niku. His pass intercepted by Teravainen. And Teuvo will clear the puck to center ice. 14:25 remaining here in the second period. Joining us here on Bally Sports South. Trip Tracy, Shane Willis, Avi Labar, I'm Mike Maniscalco, and just joining us. Where were you? Glad you're here though. Canes with a 2-0 lead. Montreal throws the puck into the corner in the Canes zone. Bounce around to Carolina's Trocheck. Pick it up and looks for a lane to get the puck to Svechnikov. Svechnikov takes a bump at center ice, hangs onto the puck, over to Natchez. Natchez, though, will have it taken away for the moment by Gallagher, and Montreal kicks it forward. Canadiens into the Hurricane zone. Good play by D'Angelo. Standing up, Suzuki. This pass too far for the reach of Gallagher. On the boards, Kulak. He cycles below the Hurricanes net, but he's stripped of the puck by Natchez, and Carolina clears.
Like a couple of tough turnovers right inside the Montreal blue line. First Aho and then Natchez. You can really deliver a knockout punch if you score the next goal. You want to do it with good habits.
Trocheck, his pass sent across from Kotkaniemi for Natchez. Natchez stands on that opportunity. Now Trocheck has it. Trocheck trying to spin away from his man. He'll get it up for Natchez. Natchez wrists one wide of Montembeau's net. Along the boards. Giving chase is Kotkaniemi. He runs into Baddock. Puck still loose in the corner. Montreal will get a stick to it. Let's get it to center ice where Shea plays it along the boards, but Pizzetto will get to it. He'll flip one that goes off of Shea into the corner. Montreal charges after it, but Jordan Staal able to get to it first. Now Pesce gains center ice. He sends the puck in deep. Carolina able to pick it up. Staal. He pulls up at the dot, gets it to Lawrence. Now back to Staal. Stahl's taken into the boards. Legal play there. Trying to get the puck to Ian Cole. That goes over his stick. The Canes have to go back and pick it up.
It was a good hit early in the shift from Kotkaniemi on Baddock, who is 6'3".
Now this puck gets jumped over the board. Stopping play with 12:16 to go in the second period for Carolina. They welcome back so many faces who are on the COVID list, and it's great to see them all back. Stinking Carolina to a 2-0 lead here in the second. Frederik Andersen's been graded that second in the NHL in wins, first in goals against, and first in assists with 3. And he's not on the bench tonight, but he is the backup goaltender. That means he's on a COVID protocol trip.
What he did in the wins, Winnipeg, Calgary, and then Edmonton. And he was the winning goaltender for the depleted lineup with regards to regulars against Detroit and LA. And Andersen has been simply stellar.
Talk about it, and I would agree if you had the vote for the Vezina right now for the NHL's best goalie. Hard pressed to put too many guys in front of him. The Canes keep the puck in and roll one in on Montembeau. Around the corner, Jesper Fast collides with Belzile. Carolina will come up with a puck. Lawrence back up for Bear. Bear across for Cole. Cole snaps one, and that's caught by Montembeau. He'll hang on.
I mean, Freddie has been the man, but I want to speak about the first win of this month. The Hurricanes were playing well but not getting rewarded. If they lose to Buffalo, and he was sick, both he and Freddie were sick, and Raanta gutted it out. Just think about it. If you start that swing through Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, it would have been pressurized and pressurized again. That was a huge win, his last home start against Buffalo. And I think it has a lot to do with what Freddie then did in Manitoba and Alberta.
Face off to the right of Montembeault is slapped into the Canes end. David Chase picking it up is Montreal's Demo. Puck comes back to the point. Kulak hammers one, but that goes off of the body of Aho and a few others in Slavin. And try to clear it. The puck jumps out of the Canes zone. Carolina 6-1-0 in their last 7 games. Speaking of that trip, to your point. Another shot put on by Kulak out in front. Raanta with a big save as he denies Vedemo. And now Carolina comes back the other way. Possible 2-on-1. Aho right down Main Street. Slips. Tries to put it past Montembeault. And a big save. But a penalty coming up against Montreal. Montembeault denies Aho.
There's a lot to the good here. Raanta makes 2 excellent saves to keep this thing 2-0. And then Slavin made a beautiful outlet pass. That was the elementary save. And then 1, 2. And Slavin then found the puck. Got it up to Niederreiter. Niederreiter bought time to get it to Aho. Aho fearlessly got to the front of the net, went backhand, forehand. Hurricanes drew the penalty. But you stem it all the way back to Raanta, and then that beautiful pass and transition from Slavin.
For Carolina, their 3rd time going on the Powerball power play. They are 1 for 2 tonight. 4 shots on goal total. Nino Niederreiter, his 3rd power play goal of the season. That came back in the 1st period. Face off to the right of Montembeault, won by Montreal. Slipped this back on the team. Raanta got his net. Playing forward for Carolina. Back for D'Angelo. Aggressive shorthanding. Forechecking coming on by Jake Evans. And Carolina escapes that. Now back the other way. Trocheck with speed. Carolina's pass can't be deflected by Aho. And that jumps over Nature's stick. D'Angelo has to get to it. He'll broom this one back for Raanta to handle. Raanta will get it back to D'Angelo. Already 35 seconds gone by in this power play attempt for the Kings. But Aho strides into the Montreal zone. They'll leave it to Teravainen, back to Aho. Now Trocheck tries to get a stick to it. Teravainen tried to get it to D'Angelo, but D'Angelo was cutting to the middle of the ice. And the Canes clear the puck themselves.
The Montreal defenseman wearing 27, Romanov, made a heck of a stick play right in front of Montembeault.
Carolina sent it back inches to the point. Left for D'Angelo. Sent back across Teravainen. Teravainen's centering pass is deflected over the glass, stopping play with 51 seconds left in the Kings power play.
On comes Carolina's power play score in the first, Nino Niederreiter. And I mentioned it at the time. You can't just be a net front guy, because if you are, the 5-on-4 really becomes a 4-on-4. So you have to be 2 things. A net front guy at the right time and an option on the goal line, a pop-out guy. And he was both on his goal with the man advantage in the first.
Kotkaniemi wins the draw. Canes keep it in. Slavin working across. Out front for Kotkaniemi. He couldn't connect. Niederreiter was looking for an assist. Now Jarvis, he'll keep it in. His pass fanned on, but still gets back to Niederreiter, but that's detected, and everything is sent back into the Canes end, where Raanta will leave it for Slavin. Look at Jacob Slavin. Moves the puck forward. They'll get it right back, kept it at the point. Canes will have it. Svechnikov to Kotkaniemi. Close quarters there for those 2. Niederreiter trying to get a stick into it. 15 seconds left in the Canes power play. Puck will pop free, and that gives Montreal a chance to throw this into the Canes zone. Belzile will rip one, and Raanta will catch that, and he'll hang on with 3 seconds left in the Canes power play chance.
Jesperi Kotkaniemi's 2 favorite players were Teemu Selanne, that's an obvious choice, but then Yoel Armia, who is hurt right now for Montreal. Why? He's from Port, same hometown. He's 8 years old. You know, I think that's pretty cool. You think about what Yoel Armia, Buffalo Sabre draft pick before he eventually landed in Montreal. Same hometown meant to a younger Jesperi Kotkaniemi.
You see that all the time. Think that it's It's always got to be NHL guys all the way. But you're up watching somebody as the Canes deflect this puck in, and that'll go out of play, and that'll be for another later date. 2-0, Carolina leads, 8:46 left in the second here on Valley Sports South.
Back to the second period, and although there was an extended holiday break, not by choice, the silver lining was the fact that players got to spend a little extra time with family and friends. As we take a look and recap just the Christmas spirit for you guys, Ethan Bear and his fiance spent some time in New York. Auntie Ronta, I guess, decided to be Santa Claus, but what else do we expect from him? Brendan Smith and his family with the matching PJs. I mean, that's picture perfect. Hey guys, do you do the whole matching PJs thing?
I'm afraid of what your answer is going to be for this one, Trip. Go right ahead.
No, I've never been a pajama guy, period, and that's just not my thing, but full applause to all that do it. You know, the Finns celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. And that's important to know.
Carolina Hurricanes see Lawrence, a Canadian, charge in. They celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day in Canada, as far as I know, and then Boxing Day the next day. Loose puck in the Montreal zone. Carolina, Lawrence had gotten away with a takedown there and flip the puck behind Montembeault. Aho with a wrap chance, and Montembeault will get a stick to it. Second chance from a sharp angle. Teravainen, that's played away. 8 minutes to go here in the second period. Montreal back into the Cane zone. And this behind the net, Brady Shea. Good job tying up Poland. Puck comes loose, and Shea will get to it. Throws it along the boards for Niederreiter. Trying to get a return pass from Aho. Lose that. Montreal's Gallagher. He'll snap one, and that goes over the top of Ronta's net. Kept in by Montreal. DeAngelo sidesteps a hit. Plays it along the boards.
I thought DeAngelo got a piece at the last second, Cobra-like stick on Gallagher. That was a nice defensive play.
Cobra analogy as well. Carolina throws the puck in the neutral zone.
And I say that because you want it, not that I've ever experienced it, but you want to surprise the player Gallagher with the stick like a Cobra does with his tongue. You know, you want to think if you're Gallagher, you're getting the shot through, and then that Cobra-like stick comes out. The dominance of Sebastian Aho continued with this play. Montreal thinks they're getting the puck out, going to Kulak. Nope. Aho is able to anticipate the pass. Watch the stick. Gallagher thinks he's getting it through, and then boom. There it is. And Ronta doesn't have to make a save.
There's a good boom as well. John Madden would approve of that.
The only time I've ever used the very popular emoji GOAT was he was, by eons, the greatest of all time.
No doubt. Those of you were lucky enough to hear him, the way that we were. Games now trying to find a way to extend their lead. It's 2-0 here in Raleigh, Carolina, thanks to goals by Niederreiter and Teravainen. Trocheck has poked away from him at center ice. Montreal trying to play their way back into the zone. Suzuki taken off of the puck. Carolina sends it cross ice for Trocheck. Centered across, backhand chance, just a little bit wide by Svechnikov, as Andrei Svechnikov was set up beautifully by Vincent Trocheck.
It's strange to say this, up 2-0. It's been because of special teams. The Hurricanes, especially in the offensive blue line, have been quite sloppy. They want to lose that habit right now.
Ian Cole charges in after it. He'll leave it back for Trocheck. He'll try to center it. Cole took a heavy hit behind the net. Now Belzile seals his man, Trocheck. Will come across for Svechnikov. We're going to get a cross-checking penalty coming up here as the Canes will be shorthanded again.
It's an offensive zone penalty, and Dan O'Rourke with the announcement.
Carolina, minor penalty, 28, cross-check.
Prior to that, Svechnikov had a really good chance. The nice pass with pace in transition. A post up from Trocheck. He finds Andre. And Andre just can't gather the puck. Then if he goes to the backhand, he might have been able to get it up. And Ian Cole guilty of the cross-check thereafter.
Well, for the fourth time tonight, Carolina's penalty killers will have to go over the boards. They are 3 for 3 so far. Montreal has 5 shots in total. Team Cole is in the box for cross-checking. The Canes win the draw, though, as customary. And we'll wrap this one all the way back down to the Montreal zone. Jordan Staal takes a peek. Just Cal Clay dropping back. Montreal through the neutral zone. They'll give it away. Staal will get to it. He takes a peek, has nobody with him, and wisely, the Canes captain just ditches this puck behind the Montreal net. 30 seconds gone by, and the penalty to Ian Cole. Montreal, Suzuki. Puts it across. Forward, Paddock tries to get it through, but the Canes, again, good stick. Able to get to it, send it back down the ice. Montembeault plays it across to Belzile. Now Clay is being watched by Aho. Minute 5 left. The penalty to Ian Cole, and Montreal deflects this puck over the glass out of play, stopping things here in the second.
Let's clean this up. Okay, this is the first situation that happened. Interference. Romanov on Cole, and then just near the dot. It's a cross-check. Tickety-tack, feel you would think if you let the one go, you let the other go, and you can understand the frustration from Ian.
You can also bring up, though, that it's one of the things the league's trying to get rid of.
Yeah, and the only way to get that habit out of play is to call it. I would like to see the first one potentially called.
Agreed. Well noted. Usually the second guy always gets caught. Now Natchez. He speeds away shorthanded for Carolina. He sends it across now to Fost. As Shea was trying to set up Jesper Fost shorthanded. But what might have happened is Shea sets up the Canes penalty killers to be 4 for 4 as he draws a penalty, and Carolina will have a power play in 31 seconds.
Minor penalty, 71, hooking.
Boy, he should have shot that puck, Brady Shea. Nifty play from Natchez. And then it's the hook there from Evans that bails out Brady Shea. He would like to shoot that puck, because once you turn it over, if Evans isn't guilty of the hook, Montreal is going with numbers. I did not expect this number of penalties here tonight. I mean, it's been a potpourri of penalties. We still have almost 5 left in the second.
We always talk about the game after Christmas as a grab bag of things. That's where we are here. It's 4-on-4 action for 31 seconds. Jordan Staal tries to get a stick to it, but Suzuki comes up with a puck. And away comes Montreal into the Canes zone. Suzuki sends it across. This shot is rifled by Schoenemann. Misses everything, though, and will be rolled back into the Montreal end. Carolina goes on the power play in 5 seconds. Montreal hangs on to the puck. Kulak has it. Trocheck reaches in. Able to strip it away. Out of the box comes Ian Cole, and it's a power play for the Hurricanes. Aho, he'll fire one. That goes wide. D'Angelo tracks down the loose puck. Over the boards comes Natchez, taking Cole's place. D'Angelo, his slap pass, a little too hot to handle. Settled down by Teravainen to Natchez. He'll get it back to D'Angelo across the ice for Teravainen and Natchez. Natchez skates the stick back to Teravainen. Montembeault! Oh, a huge save. Denying Teuvo Teravainen a power play goal.
What a seam pass from Marty Natchez. Natchez had just made a heck of a play to Shea shorthanded. This pass was even better. And that's Montembeault's best save by a country mile of the game. Drifting away, and Teravainen looking for his second. Catapulting. Montembeault keeps this 2-0.
Canes 1 for 3 on the man advantage. The puck is won by Montreal. Shorthanded opportunity as Paquette throws one right on. Ronta makes the save. Canes get the puck forward to Aho. He's cut off by Savard. He'll get the puck right at the Montreal blue line. Sent across for Natchez. Now Trocheck. Trocheck will get the puck back to Natchez. Up top. D'Angelo across Teravainen, bumpers it. Trying to find Aho, couldn't connect. Trocheck was on the doorstep. Now back Teravainen, this time he scores! On the power play! Teuvo Teravainen, his second of the game, puts Carolina up 3-0.
Another in short order. Gorgeous seam pass from Natchez. Eventually, Natchez is gonna get the puck on his offside. Doesn't fire it into a Montreal player. Easily could have. Aho's gonna get another point. DeAngelo let it go. And Teravainen, who had just been denied, Montembeault's best save of the game. Rolling puck. Did you see how low he got? That is one skilled finish. What a pass, what a finish. The Finn's second of the night.
His 9th goal of the year. His 5th power play goal on the season as well. Carolina goes up 3-0. Caulfield giving a shove down to the ice. He'll lose the puck in the Cane zone. Late here in the second period, you were looking for a dagger trip. That might have been it. Brady Shea gets some help from Brett Pesce. The Canes will clear. Jarvis's pass, that'll be deflected over the Canes bench and into the crowd. 2 minutes, 28 seconds to go here in the second period. Teuvo Teravainen is having himself a holiday night here. He's got 2 goals and the Canes up 3-0. Teravainen having himself quite the night, Trip Tracy, with 2 goals.
What a month. What a month. I mean, you go back and late in the game, first game of the month, right, against Ottawa, he got the monkey off his back and got his 100th goal in the NHL. And I don't know if Teuvo would ever say it, who knows? I mean, because he should play poker. He's got a poker face, but it would appear that that just relieved whatever building pressure there was, because he has been magnificent since. He's had a huge month at both ends of the ring.
Copyright infringement, but it has been a December to remember for Teuvo Teravainen. Carolina trying to clear the puck. Step on, fights for it. He'll put it for Jesper Fast. Fast sends it across for Ethan Bear. Bear tracks it down. Behind the net, Lawrence will get to it. Lawrence sends it across. Cole, his shot deflected just wide. Foss providing a net front presence there. Montreal clears. Puck will make its way to the Canes end where Bear will get to it. Throw it forward. Natchez into the Montreal zone. Trying to set up Lawrence, but just out of his reach. Away comes Montreal. The demo has it. Throw it into the corner where Natchez will pick it up. Natchez loses the handle. Caulfield was bothering him, but Natchez gets it back. Cole uses the glass to clear the puck to Svechnikov at center ice. Cross ice pass. Finds Trocheck. He'll backhand one in. Montembeault out the trapezoid to play it. Fan clearing attempt there by the Habs gives Carolina a little bit of room to put a forecheck together. Trocheck will just sit back and watch Kulak as 60 seconds remain here in the second period. Up for Suzuki. Suzuki's pass just out of the reach. Montreal Canadiens, Jesse Ylonen. Get a good look of Brady Shea sealing off Ylonen there in the corner. Now worked around Pesce. Try to battle it away, but Belzile will get to it. Pesce and Belzile fighting along the boards. Comes free. Suzuki shot snapped right on, and Raanta has the answer.
Put yourself in position to get hit saved by one Finn. And speaking of Finns, look at that leaderboard and the guy at the top, and he just continues to dazzle. You know what he would do? He'd give a lot of credit to the guy I believe we're going to talk to after the period, Captain Jordan Stahl. About, not that he was a professional from a teenager. He has it in his DNA about learning the right way from his captain.
Face off. Won by Montreal. Shot by Romanov. Misses everything. Canes get the puck to center ice. 20 seconds remain here in the second period. Montreal will fire this back into the Hurricanes end. Bowling goes after it. Thrown into the corner. Slavin gets it to DeAngelo. 10 seconds left here in the second period. Teravainen plays it along the boards, rolls in on Montembeault. He's got to play it up quickly. Along the boards, kept in by DeAngelo. 2 seconds left in the period. DeAngelo's shot goes wide, and that's where the second frame comes to a close. Coming up, it's the PNC Bank second intermission report. Jordan Stahl talks things over with Trip Tracy about the first 40 minutes. The Canes get in the Christmas spirit. No humbug here. We'll have your second period highlights coming up. Carolina took a 2-0 lead into the second period and chances to extend it. A man who had one goal made it two. Teuvo Teravainen, second of the game, has Carolina up 3-0 after 40. Somebody better wake up that little child, because Teuvo Teravainen has a shorthanded goal and a power play goal. First time with both in the same game in 479 career NHL game strip. Also, he has one NHL hat trick. It was a natural hat trick November 13th, 2017 against the Dallas Stars in the third period in a 5-1 Canes win. The Canes right back to work to start the third period. Slavin's shot, that'll be deflected out of play, stopping 11 seconds in.
Trying to remember that game against Dallas in my head right now, and that's the shorthanded goal. Both goals on his offside. As a lefty on the right side of the rink, and pretty sterling praise from his captain, Jordan Stahl, saying one of the most competitive guys he's met.
Stahl wins the draw, and Kotkaniemi absolutely hammers one, but wide as Slavin set up Kotkaniemi, who drifted to the slot. Now Stahl. He is big on those skates, hanging on to the puck, taking some abuse, but Montreal is able to clear this one just as far as the neutral zone.
That was a really good offensive zone face-off play. Kotkaniemi came from the wall to find that soft one-timing position.
Stahl will sweep this one in. Montreal will have to go behind his net to settle it down. Romanov some space. It's Svechnikov checks in on his countryman there. Back to Romanov. The Canes fans here at PNC Arena, they've waited quite some time for hockey to come back here, whooping it up. Natchez with a loose play, almost gives it away in the Canes zone, and Montreal able to keep in. Pesce is forced to go behind his net. Now a shot is slapped by that doesn't find its way to Ronta. The Canes will clear. Svechnikov into the Montreal zone, pulls up on Kulak, but Suzuki with a good defensive play. Pesce able to sweep one into the slot, still loose there. Puck will find its way to Natchez. Back for Shea, his shot deflected away by Montembeault. Now it's tucked in the corner. Montembeault holding the post, and he will melt it down there. 18:25 left in the third. Some extracurriculars behind the Montreal net.
Let's take a look at that earlier face-off play. I thought this was a beauty. Watch Kotkaniemi just slide to the middle. You have to win the draw, and he just misses. Montreal's stick came over top of him at the last second. He's in there for a 50-50 puck. He does his job. Then he finds the soft area on a set play. So Kotkaniemi playing the wing. I think he had a big physical hit in the second period. He's enjoying an outstanding stretch of hockey. Well, that was a nice play right there. 50-50 puck, help out, and find that little area.
And there is a scoring change. We'll get Jesperi Kotkaniemi on the score sheet. He was awarded the primary assist on the Mino Niederreiter first period power play goal. So Kotkaniemi has a goal and an assist this year against his former team. Canes looking for more. Aho tries to get a stick to it, finds its way back for Niederreiter. Along the boards, Belzile can't clear it. Carolina keeps it in the Montreal zone. Niederreiter, he chases after Schoenemann. Issue it back quickly for Sami Niku. Montreal having trouble clearing the zone. Aho gets to it. He'll whip one out in front. Montembeault gets a stick to it. Teravainen on the rebound for Niederreiter. So Aho. Bear with Cole with a keep in at the blue line. He'll exchange it for Teravainen. He centers one out in front. Aho tries to get to it. Knock it back for Teravainen. In the corner, Teravainen gets a stick to Schoenemann, delaying that chance to clear. Aho can't settle down the puck in Montreal. Get an opportunity to clear. Niku has it. Stick handling his way into the Canes zone. Bear tries to take him off the puck. They clash along the boards. Still in the Hurricane zone. Montreal trying to fish out a loose puck. We can see it. So can the officials. Staying right there. Still there, and finally we'll get a whistle after that magical moment of hockey.
Spoke to Jordan Stahl about the importance of the penalty kill on every night. And it's been a huge part of where this game is at. Tim Gleason, who we now know, Jordan Stahl said he's called the Bear. I've called him a lot of other things through the years. I didn't know. That's a new one for me. It fits. Just what kind of bear is he?
I remember Cam Ward called him the Big Husky once.
I called him another thing. Comedically, it started with B.
We'll leave it. We'll leave that. It's the holiday season. We'll leave that there. Maybe we'll ring it in the new year. Carolina up 3-0 over Montreal. 2 goals by Teravainen. Now a bounce for the Canes, and a shot put on by Stepan. And Montembeault gets over after a funky bounce benefited Carolina.
Montembeault made a really good decision. That puck is up on the glass. You do not try to get back behind the net on a wraparound. So he wisely stayed home, and that makes the save routine. If it's on the wall, it's probably not going to take a wild kick. If it's on the glass, it can hit a stanchion, stay home. Stepan did a nice job getting the puck to the net quickly. Good read, good save.
Stahl wins the draw. Pesce rolls through. Montembeault has to kick that out. Pesce keeps it at the blue line. His shot deflected. Montreal will settle and clear this to the Canes end. Right back up. Now Kotkaniemi. He gives chase. He takes his man down legally. Puck's along the boards there. There's a collision. Carolina with the keep in. Chase shot deflected. White comes out in front. Second opportunity. That's put wide by Jarvis. Now Kotkaniemi in the slot. Stick handle. He'll spin away. Get it to Pesce. Pesce's drive over the top of the Montreal net. Shea pinches in from his defensive position. Kotkaniemi sweeps one that Montembeault has to hold the post for. He does, and Montreal will clear.
Well, Rod Brind'Amour is going to really like the way some of these shifts with a 3-0 lead have looked. The Aho line and then the Stahl line. Heavy on the forecheck.
Carolina, Svechnikov. He tips that out. Neutral zone where it's worked back into the Canes end. The Bear has some time up for Svechnikov, but handled again by Montreal and sent right back into the Canes end. Ian Cole. He's got to skate away from Cedric Paquette. Paquette bodies down Cole, but the Canes escape with the puck. Svechnikov. Which Verlaine pulls up and loses the puck into the Montreal zone. Fortunate bounce for the Habs. Natchez will get it across. Svechnikov takes a hit from Kulak. It'll get the puck to Trocheck. Works its way to Bear. To Natchez. Natchez spinning away from Evans, but then he'll lose the puck to Jake Evans, and he'll just flip this high to the Canes zone.
This is the way it should look. A really good first 5 minutes of this period.
Natchez sends this one in on Montembeault, who's got to play it away from Trocheck. Carolina. Paddock tried to knock it in the Canes zone, but Slavin was there. Back comes the Hurricanes. D'Angelo takes a high hit. Can't get the puck in deep. Montreal. They'll come away with it. Centering pass to no one. Carolina was there as Teravainen takes a hit up high from Paddock. Now it's along the boards in the Canes zone. Teravainen gets a stick in there. Niederreiter. He is wrapped up there with the demo. Still along the boards. We are peering in on this action. Niederreiter tries to get a skate to it. The demo was able to muscle his way along the boards. Lindor soccer action there as Slavin will finally come up to the loose puck. He will aerial flip this one into the Montreal zone. Settled down by Carolina. D'Angelo gets to it. He gets it to Niederreiter. Niederreiter's pass, though, intercepted by Niku. Now Caulfield for Montreal. He'll backhand one in. Ronta gets a stick to it to slow it down for Slavin. 13:40 to go here in the third period. Teravainen bumps it off the boards. Lawrence charged after it, but couldn't get to it. Savard was there for Montreal. Puck still in the Canes end. Just for a moment. Jesper Fast with a pirouette. Take it out of the zone. Montreal on it, though. Savard right back into the Canes end. A clearing attempt along the boards. Loose puck. Scatters in front. Ronta has to make the save as Caulfield came out of nowhere. Ronta did his best save of the third period. Carolina up 3-0 here in the third over Montreal.
As they go head-to-head in a nice little tilt, and none other than Shane Willis and Justin Williams were on Team Dad playing against their son. So, Shane, as I have you here, I can assume that the kids beat you guys.
Well, right now that's a big negative. There is no mercy when the dads come to play. Justin and myself, along with Mitch Eisenberg, the other coach, and the other dads, we take this serious. It was a 10-6 victory for the dads, but I can tell you, every year it gets closer and closer, Abby.
Guys, what do we think of Shane lacing up those skates?
He's Roy Hobbs, the natural.
I was just wondering why they didn't ask you to play goal, Trip. Save?
Well, then, probably then would have been 13 or 14, 7 or 8.
Now the puck is scattered into the Kane zone. I got faith in you, man. I've seen you play.
Much more catered for the booth.
You and me both, sir. As this puck rolls into the Kane zone, Ronta goes high off the glass, kept in by Savard. He'll step in. He'll try to center one that goes off the boot of Shea. And the Canes will come out with it. Trocheck. Get it to Natchez. Natchez will just deflect it into the Montreal zone. Carolina will change. Now an opportunity for Montreal to try to get some room as Pizzetta. He's bothered all the way through, and he'll have to drop that puck off as Kotkaniemi was trying to come up with a steal. Good stick there by Ian Cole. Towards the Montreal attempt to get the puck in the Hurricanes zone. Right back in. Ian Cole's there to hang on to it now. His long stretch pass. A bounce off the boards intended for Jarvis, and Montembeault will glove that.
Hang on my telestrator, he's still on there, so I get to use it. There's Justin Williams. Just in case he comes back, and there's our greatness right there. Shane Will to throw Willis. Yeah, I still have JW on my telestrator. Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Now Jarvis gets to the loose puck off the draws. His shot doesn't come through. Along the boards. Stahl gets it out from Kotkaniemi to Jarvis. Now Stahl and Evans will fight for it. This is thrown out in front. Some read of the play there by Ethan Bear. Montreal is able to swat this one back at the Canes end. Evans gets it across. Maloney, he's thrown into the boards heavily by Kotkaniemi. The puck will bounce to the blue line of Montreal, where it's picked up by Jarvis. Jarvis to the backhand. He has that taken away. Excellent play by Kulak to get a stick in there, stopping the Jarvis break attempt.
Kotkaniemi had us hit the same spot on Baddock in the second period. He's brought the physicality.
Carolina. D'Angelo with it. 9 minutes gone by here in the third period. Carolina is offside, so free exit out of the zone for Montreal. Hanging onto the puck, working his way through and rocking. That was Schoenemann, the defenseman. He buzzed the tower of Ronta, but off target. Kept in. Sammy Niku trying to throw it out to the slot, and that's tied up. Good work by D'Angelo out in front. He and Baddock were entangled. Niederreiter reaches at it, but it'll be swept away by Niku. Canes trying to clear. Kept in by Montreal. Romanov has it. He's going to throw this to an empty spot in the boards, and he'll clear the puck for Carolina.
Nino's had a good night. He got clipped with a high stick in the neutral zone. He continued with his shift.
Montreal continuing into the Kane zone. Pass there from Harvey Pinard's intercepted. Carolina jumps in. Step on. We'll get it to Lawrence. Lawrence takes a look. Throws it back. Shot by Pesce is deflected. And that goes out of play. 9:54 left in the third. And a 3-0 Canes lead. But on all of them.
Yeah, his saves in the first period, particularly through traffic, were his biggest. Because I thought that is when Montreal played their best hockey, and then he made two big saves in the second before Slavin got the puck up the ice to draw a penalty. He has been very, very solid, especially fighting through traffic, being aggressive when he can. A quick note, Notice that Brendan Gallagher left the Montreal bench, and we have just gotten word, Mike, he will not return.
The injury bug continues to bite this Montreal team. And Dominic Ducharme's club still playing with a lot of spirit and almost beat Tampa Bay Tuesday.
And they're going to go right on back down to Florida to play the Panthers on New Year's Day. Same start time that the Hurricanes will be in Columbus.
Canes forcing a turnover. Svechnikov has it. Got it back to the point, trying to get it across for Natchez. That's intercepted. In Montreal, Suzuki into the Canes zone. His backhand pass finds its way across, and that's hammered wide. Suzuki with a good little backhand pass and set up a chance for Cale Clegg. Now we're going to get an interference call coming up.
Pesce was slow to get up. Fortunately, it looks like he is okay.
Montreal number 55, 2 minutes for interference.
Yeah, it's Pizzetta, who played for former Hurricane Corey Stillman. Corey Stillman was the head coach a few years ago in Sudbury in the OHL. Yeah, he tried to hit him from the side, but he came up high. Puck has departed. Most important thing is that Pesce seems to be okay. I mentioned that Corey Stillman, who's now in Arizona, coached him in Sudbury. Corey Stillman scored the series-winning goal, first round in overtime in 2006.
It is a power ball power play for Carolina. 2 for 4 tonight with a man advantage, 10 shots on goal. Svechnikov with it. The rocket one that goes off target. Kept in by Kotkaniemi. Back to the point for Slavin. Slavin heads up, gets it to Svechnikov. Across the ice, Jarvis, he scores! Seth Jarvis points to the passer on the power play. 4-0 Carolina.
Well, the Stormtroopers began the night loving it, and they love it well into the third. We've seen some beautiful seam passes. The bumper man, Kotkaniemi, gets it to Slavin, who gets to the middle, and then the beautiful seam pass after the Killers have broken down from Svechnikov, and a world-class release against the grain from Seth Jarvis. Montembeault has to work to go from right to left, so it's a perfectly placed but also well-placed shot. You look at the seam passes of Natchez on the Teravainen power play goal, and that from Svechnikov. Those are how you click. Well, one of the big things you need to click on a power play.
For Seth Jarvis, his 5th goal of the season, Trip, and again, just 19 years old.
Well, I'm really encouraged to see Andre factor in, and Seth, before he and Sebastian tested positive for COVID in Vancouver, I thought he had crashed through a wall against the Canucks. The Canes lost, but playing on a line with Natchez and Kotkaniemi. I thought he played his best game of the trip.
He gets back on the scoreboard here. An assist, the 13th of the season for Svechnikov. His Cole's shot deflects out in front, pinballs away, and Jake Evans has it for Montreal. He'll wrist one easily into the catching glove for Ronta. He'll scoop that up and hang on for a faceoff.
So 3 power play goals, and you know, going back to Hurricanes, like the not good bumper position play from Kotkaniemi. You got to decide if you're the bumper. You're going to go high or you're going to go back down low. And he goes high to Slavin in the middle, and then the seam pass as Svechnikov knew his shot wasn't going to get through. And then a gorgeous finish going against the grain, as I mentioned. And I watched him practice yesterday in particular. Both power play groups at that end were dancing with full pressure from the penalty killers. It's no surprise, 3 power play goals tonight.
Carolina 3 for 5 with a man advantage. Now Montreal out in front. And Ronta with the denial. Jumping in on that play was Poling. Monty Ronta has been solid tonight. Tuesday, ACC basketball is back in action. A doubleheader starting at 7 Eastern. Florida State's at Wake Forest. Then at 9 o'clock, Virginia at Clemson. It's right on Bally Sports South and the Bally Sports app.
Yeah, solid to above average for Ronta. He has really only gone down to his knees when necessary as well. He's made some excellent low saves, but he stayed on his feet very nicely as well.
Face off to the right of Ronta. It's won by Montreal. Shot from the point. Schumann misses everything. Canes will clear. I'm doing my math right tonight. Slavin has 3 assists, so he now has 151 career assists. Slavin's had himself a monster night. Offensively, it's showing up. Now Jarvis, the goal scorer. He pulls back, leaves it for Kotkaniemi. Poling comes back on the back check to pick the pocket of Kotkaniemi and clear the zone. We have better get used to this booth trip. We're going to be here a lot because when it comes to teams that have called home just that this year, Carolina's only played 12 games in this building this season.
That's remarkable. So 12, 4, and 1 on the road. You know, I remember the years when, you know, you felt if you could just go 500 on the road, then probably go 10 games over 500 at home to make the playoffs.
Yep.
Let that settle in and simmer. 12, 4, and 1, Carolina on the road.
Lawrence to step on. Carolina at home, 9-3-0, as this is their 13th game at home. And if you do the math, do this one quickly, Carolina's got 29 more home games to get to this year after tonight.
They're waving at you.
That they are. Fost tries to come up with a puck. He and Suzuki joust for it behind the Montreal net. Pesci with a good pinch to keep it in. Puck finds Shea, but that's going to be deflected over the glass, stopping things with 7:07 left here in the third.
Don't hit the wave. I mean, the last rousing home win against LA, the wave actually came in the second period, and that got my attention. This has become a fabulous destination. It all starts and ends with the type of unbelievably skillful team first hockey, and when you have that for trying to at some point go to the playoffs for the 4th consecutive time, the wave is going to be there on a nightly basis. Again, I mean, I think about the years where the wave wasn't here. Oh my gosh, it's great to see that wave. Look at those face-offs. Also bring out the wave too.
So great to see the Hurricanes on the face-off circle. They have won 38 of 53. Jordan Stahl, 15 of 17 in the dot, as we come to expect. Now Aho with another win. Back to Cole. Now Teravainen to Bear. Bear shoots one right into the chest of Montembeault, who makes the save. Now Teravainen. Fans at one, but the puck finds Bear. Between the legs pass from Niederreiter out in front for Aho, but Montreal interrupts that chance. Ian Cole gloves it down and sends it to Aho. Cole reads the play, leaves it for Teravainen, but just away from the stick of the Canes forward with 2 goals tonight. Montreal centers one in. A big save by Ranta as he robs Vedemo. As Lucas Vedemo got free, and Ranta with another save.
And that was a quiet save where he didn't want to get caught moving, so he just made sure to get square. He's had all the answers, Antti Ranta.
24 shots for Montreal, 33 for Carolina. A 4-0 lead for the Hurricanes as Natchez scoops up a loose puck, drives the center lane, and has it roll away from him at the last second. Carolina looking to keep the puck in, but Montreal's Evans fights it out all the way to the Kings' blue line. Now Belzile, he'll laser one, and Ranta has the answer. 5:57 left in the third. Carolina with a 4-0 lead here in Raleigh. Carolina Hurricanes, 4 goals tonight, 2 from Teuvo Teravainen, Nino Niederreiter, and then Seth Jarvis. And if you're Carolina, a 4-0 lead here. Haven't played since December 18th, and any signs of rust have been way knocked off.
I think the best part about it is 14 minutes in, this has been noticeably their best period of the night, no question about it.
Now Carolina getting the puck to Jordan Stahl for Kotkaniemi. Across for Jarvis, just a little too far. Kotkaniemi seals his man along the wall. And the Hurricanes, 5:35 left here in the third period, trying to get their 10th win at home. Bear will get to it. Send it along the boards for Kotkaniemi. Stahl will get to it. Montreal, though, will put a stick on it and send it back for Ronto. 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the third period. Ian Cole. He's got a good long look at what he wants to do with the puck. He gets it to Ethan Bear, and Carolina rolls it in on Montembeault to make the play. It's kicked along the boards where Lawrence. And for Foss. After point, Shea. Whips it for D'Angelo. That's hammered right on. And this puck played away from Shea. Up along the boards, it's Poley. Tries to center it. Shea with a great job to knock that out of harm's way. Carolina will clear. Jesper Foss along the boards. And the officials say make it move. 4:35 left here in the third period. It's between those two skates as Power Hockey Company appreciates that look. The puck is thrown in. Carolina try to play it free. Aho. Can't clear it. Now Montreal trying to keep it in. And they'll hand it off along the boards. Penalty coming up though as Carolina behind the play. Going to get called for holding.
D'Angelo played his shift with Brady Shea. They were out for
Carolina, minor penalty, 77, holding.
They were out for a good period of time. And let's watch. Yeah, he reaches out with the right arm, looking down to make sure that I see Brett Pesce on the bench. He is on the bench, so that just must have been a partial that D'Angelo and Shea were out together. Of course, Shea received that hit from Pesce earlier in the period.
So the Canes penalty killers, though, have to go back to work. 4 for 4 so far here tonight. They have been brilliant in the month of December. Canes win the draw, send it all the way back into the Montreal zone. Now a pop fly in the Canes zone is handled by Trocheck. He'll rip that off the glass and back out to center ice. Montreal gathers the puck. Suzuki in the corner. Suzuki has it played away by Cole. Trocheck is trying to get a stick to it. It'll pop free for Jordan Staal. Staal, he takes it in. He's going to snap one, and that's put just wide of Montembeault. Puck comes all the way back out to center ice, where Suzuki will get to it across for Caulfield. Pesce on the ice, as Tripp mentioned, gets a stick to that pass. And then it finds the captain, Jordan Staal, and he will just send this one back down for Montembeault. 60 seconds left in the penalty to D'Angelo.
Other than the shorthanded goal from Teravainen back in the first from Aho, I mean, how many shorthanded grade A's have there been for Carolina? I'm going to say in the neighborhood of as few as 4, as many as 6.
I bet you they probably had as many scoring opportunities shorthanded tonight as Montreal has had on the power play. At least it feels that way. Now Evans' pass goes off of Foss. It's cleared up. Niku tries to center it for Belzile. His pass deflects off a body, and Carolina's penalty killers send it back down on Montembeault. 20 seconds left in the penalty to D'Angelo. 2.5 to go here in the third period. As Niku leaves it back, and Romanov hammers that, but it'll go out of play. Stopping things with 2:22 left in the third and 7 seconds left in the power play.
Well, I thought Montreal had a good start to the first period, and it was special teams that turned the first period and has been the story of the night. When you look at 3 power play goals and a shorthanded goal. All 4 goals in special teams categories. And I remember a coach named Scotty Bowman that at the time nobody really did it, but focused about 50% of every practice on special teams. Rod Brindamore, every practice and even morning skates always works on both departments. Practice pays off.
Now the Canes are 5 for 5 tonight, killing off Montreal power plays as out of the box comes D'Angelo. 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Canadiens wind this into the Hurricane zone. Cole was anticipating the hit, still got it from Baddock. A little collision, center ice between Kotkaniemi and Savard. Puck thrown forward for Venemo. Puts on the brakes, tries to snap out a shot, but Bear gets in front of that. Brady Shea looks for Svechnikov. 90 seconds remain here in the third period. 4-0 Carolina. on top of Montreal. Carolina hasn't played since the 18th of December. 5-1 win against the Kings. The puck rolls into the Kane zone. Shea is able to fend off Harvey Pinard. Raphael Harvey Pinard got his first NHL goal Tuesday against Tampa. Nothing coming of that play as the Canes send this one out to center ice. Tracking it down for Carolina is Stephen Lawrence. Less than 60 seconds remaining here as the puck gets sent to the point for Ian Cole. Cole will wrist one that Montembeault will hang on in a face-off coming up in the Montreal zone.
What a special effort. The operative word being special. Still some work to be done. Ranta. You know, you have the 6 guys that were on the COVID list together. Then Jesper Foss coming off of it. Freddie Anderson backing up. Brendan Smith, we're thinking about Brendan. He should return shortly. This team continues to dazzle.
Stahl wins the face-off. Back for Cole. That is rocketed right into the glove of Montembeault. Ian Cole put some hot sauce on that one.
Well, I mean, we have seen, by my count, 3 excellent chances in this period alone off of offensive zone face-off plays, but you can't have them go to work if you don't win draws clean.
Stahl.
You showed the decided edge in the face-off circle a little bit ago.
Waved out of the circle, and Kotkaniemi wins it, and Ian Cole does it again, and Montembeault will glove that one down.
We're going to finish this thing off. Like I said, work to be done, and it's going to be a test Saturday afternoon. Columbus went through a very chaotic COVID time, but for the most part, they're relatively healthy.
Stahl tries to punch one to the right of Montembeault. Montreal will get to it. Back in this one in the Kane zone. The mini shooting gallery for Ian Cole off of those faceoffs. Now 25 seconds remain here in a 4-0 lead for Carolina. Evans into the Kane zone. He'll pull up at the top of the circle. He'll wrist one. That goes wide of Ranta's net. Now Niku plays it along the boards. 10 seconds left. The Canadiens are getting louder. Stahl has it. He will deposit this into the Montreal zone. Time expires, and Antti Ranta's got his first shutout with the Carolina Hurricanes. 14th of his career. And Carolina improves to 22-7-1 on the season and 10-3 at home with a 4-0 shutout victory of the Montreal Canadiens.
First shutout of the year. I know all the Finns spent Christmas Eve together. I'd like